Welcome back. This is Fantasticpains and how we hide them. I'm not Chris.
And I'm not Karina.
But we're here together.
As usual.
For more nonsense and shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times and anger.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be an episode.
It's going to get heated.
Yeah. If this is your first time joining us, this is our podcast / YouTube channel about life with invisible conditions and chronic illnesses. It is a sibling gig, so it does get a little bit silly. A little bit, she said. It's always silly.
Very, very silly.
It's never not silly. Let's just put it that way.
I'm never not embarrassed at the things that I do.
I was
going to
say, for me.
No.
Just never.
Like, I embarrass myself plenty.
Yes. It's fun times.
Mm-hmm.
But we love it. And we're glad you're here. So welcome. Where can they find us?
Oh, you could find us on YouTube or audio only in Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and an RSS site, but not on Apple.
No,
just
Apple.
don't go to Apple.
No find.
And then we also have a Discord.
Yes.
If you want to reach out and talk to people who have similar life experiences and you want to feel less lonely, I'd say jump in there.
Yeah, and they're lovely people. We like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also find our silly stuff, the things that make us giggle, on TikTok.
Yeah.
He's a little embarrassed he made one today, but it's
4.
good. I love it. I'm so excited. I'm going to watch them back for like a week.
Well, they're not all out yet. I'm releasing them like over the week.
So I have to wait.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait.
Dang it. All right. What are we talking about today?
Oh boy, what aren't we talking about? We did our live yesterday and we were talking to our, how do I say this without it sounding, our fellow trash panda, Ruth, about her life experiences. We were talking about some other stuff, but we ended up talking about how anxiety is this blanket diagnosis that's kind of used as a weapon,
yes,
and a punishment, and how it affects you more than just like NER and how it follows you.
Right.
And then we also found a really uplifting article about Spoonies that we're going to dive into. And I promised it won't be horrible.
If you're on TikTok, you may know about this article
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, great times ahead. We're going to get heated, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. But before we do that, it is time for the weekly recap.
Check in.
Indeed.
I always go first.
Don't know what my week was.
So I have to go first again.
Well, oh wait, no, okay. So I didn't go to work Monday.
Okay.
No, okay. I went to work on Monday. Yes. I went to work on Monday, left midday, didn't go back, was out Tuesday, worked from home part of Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, half of our building was gone, like half of our staff were gone.
Dang.
And so we were just trying to prevent the inevitable mutiny that was coming our way.
Fair.
We were like, we're gonna just, okay, I guess we're keeping you alive for 2 days.
Yeah.
Cool. And we did. Nobody died. It was a good time. So it was a lot, and I was very, very tired, but it wasn't like bad. We had a couple like really strange things happen, but
Yeah.
nothing too crazy. But
My week sucked. Just major fatigue to begin with. And then went to go get my knees looked at, basically.
yeah.
Didn't go the way I wanted.
Mm-mm.
I tried to bypass the first steps, which are always x-rays, then MRI, then PT, then injections, then you get your specialist who's going to want a different set of MRIs, a more expensive kind of MRI. And
Yep.
then a month later you can get into schedule so that a month later you could do your operation. So that's the track
So
I'm
like
on.
6 months in the future.
Yeah. And my knees are horrible now. I can't even stand up without blacking out almost.
Oh, it's bad.
Like
really bad.
I can't. I'm living in the office now. I don't go upstairs.
Yeah. 'Cause they're bad. Like, and I was feeling them the other day, and it's like the tendons have just decided to not.
Yeah. From what
they're
I
not
was
tendons
talking
anymore.
to David about, he thinks that like the patella is sliding out and gets stuck in a different groove.
Yeah.
And that's what's causing all the damage, is that, not
Yeah.
because I don't think I've had cartilage wearing out yet, because I don't really my
Yeah, it's
cartilage
not
and
like
even
a
in my
deep
shoulders.
Inside
Right.
pain. It's all in the.
Yeah, it's
front.
like here.
Yeah.
So it's all damage behind the patella.
Mhm.
So it's probably ligaments and muscle, but
Either way, it's shredded.
Yeah.
We know
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
And every time you stand up, apparently you're putting 1,000+ pounds of pressure on that part of your body.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to not.
No more knees, please.
No more.
I'm of the no knees faction.
Doll joints only.
People could pose you. You'd be like a little figure.
You'd still have muscles. It'd be fine.
Yeah, but people could still pose you.
It'd be terrifying.
Yeah, it'd be nightmare fuel.
It'd be great.
I don't know why you want this so bad. No one would ever talk to you ever again. You'd lose your job. You'd lose your standing in society.
My standing. Oh.
Standing.
Oh, there were
'Cause
other
I
things
can't.
that happened this week.
Yeah, there was a lot, actually. I just can't remember.
Oh, my ankles are just, they're garbage. They're horrible and I hate them and I
Mhm.
want them off of me. Like I get home from work and I take my shoes off because I'm living in my like boots basically,
Mm-hmm.
because getting up on my toes helps to like stabilize them, because if I put them flat, they're like roll all the way in and
Yeah.
then go backwards. What? I'm like, please stop. 'Cause then you're walking on all bone and I hate it. And so legs are no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's the moral of the story.
I did a ton of raids in Destiny this week. Like a shit ton. To the point where I'm just helping people. Like I get nothing out of it. It's just
like something to do.
Yeah. Well, that's what they always want to do. Like, can we play the other content? It's fun.
But raids.
Ugh. Well, and they're just excited to have people. Because these are all people we found on LFG, which is just random people that you find.
You got a compliment.
I don't want to talk about it.
He needs to
We
talk.
technically got complimented. So it wasn't just me. I threw you under the
I
bus
wasn't
too.
there, so it doesn't count.
Well, one of our new friends was curious at what I was doing yesterday because I was editing the TikToks,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, cool! You have a podcast? That's really cool. I don't know anyone who has a podcast. Like, is it good?" I was like,
Is it good?
"It's okay." And I sent him the link, and he was like, "Your voice, you have such a good podcasting voice." And I was like, "No, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Usually, it's Karina has such a good podcasting voice,
But we've only heard that twice.
which is
so-
2 more times than I had up until yesterday." It took me a year and a
Who's
half to get
counting?
there. I'm not counting.
Terrible.
But yeah, I mean, he was really sweet. He was just really supportive too. And like normally I would argue and be like, no, but he was so genuine. I couldn't. I just had to be like, thank you. I appreciate it.
Cute.
Yeah, it was
Very
nice.
sweet.
And we got a new sub this week,
Good.
which is also good. Actually, we got a few.
Yeah.
And you didn't post the episode, did you?
Not yet.
Interesting.
Not this morning. So yeah, all overnight, which
Yeah.
was weird.
The plot thickens. Ooh, ooh.
Ooh. Oh, okay, so I had a doctor's appointment to get back on track.
Yeah.
Where they told me no for infusions, which makes me very sad.
Yeah.
And then let's see, new referrals that I'm trying to like slowly work my way into filling. And then I had to email neuro because with the weather and the fatigue and everything, like the movement stuff has been out of control. Like even this morning, the tremor was so bad. Like putting on my makeup was a chore.
Mm-hmm.
But I emailed him about a bunch of stuff. So I was like stutter, and then like speech problems, and like my fine motor going to garbage.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm having really painful spasms in other places. And he like replied to everything else and ignored the like, this is the painful one, and just didn't reply to any of it, and was like,
Yeah.
bummer. He's like, speech problems are usually all psychological, so they respond well to therapy. And I was like, okay, sure.
I had a bad reaction to meds this week though.
Oh no.
Like when I had that like that tremor fit that I was telling you about. That I'm pretty sure it was a bad reaction to meds.
Which
like
meds?
Probably one of the sleep meds, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Like
Weird.
yeah, it wasn't like anything new.
Yeah,
It's just for that day my body decided no and had a fit.
I've had that happen.
I was sitting here like shaking really violently and I couldn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuttering.
Yeah.
And then I was blacking out.
Yep.
Like in and out. And I went up to the stairs. Jen's like, "You're going to bed." Took me upstairs. Almost fell down the stairs twice.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I fell into the bathtub.
Oh yeah.
Like just over backwards. I got up off the toilet at one point and was like, I turned sideways and I started doing that like falling backwards thing.
Yep.
And usually when that happens, I can feel it and I can like put my feet under me, so I take steps backwards. But I was backed up to the tub and fell into the tub, but was smart enough to be able to like tuck my head.
Yeah.
So I bashed up the back of my shoulder blade and dislocated my shoulder. It was great. Super fun.
I fell
Loved
down
it.
the basement stairs
Yeah, in front
of our grandfather.
of.
Well, actually, technically behind him.
Not better.
No, it was not good. But I was having a bad day with my knees anyways, and he was like, "You have to come hear this sound," and I was like, "Okay, I'll be right there." And I got up as fast as I could, which was the mistake. And then when I started going down the stairs, one of the knees popped, and I just went down.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No good.
I slid down the stairs though, so it didn't like damage anything.
Okay. Oh, and I have an ice pack because I have been like massively overheated for no reason, constantly.
Yeah.
Forever. I can't feel temperatures, but I'm on fire.
Yeah. I don't know what temperature is, but I feel like I'm on fire.
I am dying. I'm being cooked by my own flesh. So yeah.
From the inside out?
Yes. Like a microwave.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else?
That should be it.
Yeah, for the most part, that's
Those are the highlights.
I finished one panel of my mural at work, which was super fun, and finally took pictures of it because I hadn't done that up until this point.
Do you want to share them?
Yeah, we can do that. And just ta-da. And it's like, I don't know, 4 foot by 3.5 ish. I don't know.
Right.
But it's not small.
No, it was a big window.
It was
like
a lot
two
of
windows.
work. And then I have a bunch of other like little windows that I have to paint, but those will be so much easier. I am not concerned about that at all.
Good.
So yeah.
Everyone else is.
Everyone's like, "Miss, you painted it?" I'm like, you keep walking by me while I'm doing it. Like, yes, I did.
They can't accept it.
And they're like, "How long did it take you?" And I was like, I don't know.
About till now.
Yeah. I don't know.
From then until now.
Yep. It happened. So yeah, fun times.
My back popped. I feel
Good.
better.
The lights blinked. Whoa.
Okay, that wasn't just me. Thank God.
Okay, I was like, are we seizing together?
Well, if the power goes out, the camera will still record, so we'll be fine.
This is true. But will that?
No, that'll die.
That's what I thought.
But it's okay.
Every time he moves,
So
it hurts
bad.
me. I'm like, stop moving.
There we go. Once they're in position, we're good.
They're like doll legs.
They are exactly like doll legs. They're
Someone else has
crunchy,
to
like they have
predict-
those little like you know what I mean?
The little like hooks.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, bad news.
Yeah.
Bad. So we were talking to Ruth yesterday.
Yes.
And so we came up with some really good and interesting ideas to go over around, because every time we bring up like, oh, people like to say, oh, it's all in your head, or it's anxiety, or like they were panic attacks, or whatever the heck it is. It's used so universally, and I just don't understand.
Well, it's used universally, and it's used in a flippant way.
Yes. It's dismissive.
It's what is it? Malicious compliance.
Yeah.
You know, like they could just not write that you were anxious that you were in the hospital because you were in pain.
Right.
Or you're having
well,
a
we
heart
got to
thing.
back up from there.
Well, I know. I'm
that's,
just
yeah.
In general, like the way it's used is insane.
Yeah, because they're like, I don't know, you have, and it's used the same way that, and this is why it's so bothersome to me. This is why these terms like piss me off so bad, is because you have like fibromyalgia as the you're in pain and I don't know why.
Yep.
I don't know here, and then you have like there's a neurological symptom and we don't know why.
Conversion?
Therefore, it's conversion or anxiety.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're conflated for each other. So
Yeah.
it's fun. They all just are like, here's a Band-Aid that's made of hate.
It's made of hate.
Hate train. Yes. But I just, as an example so I was talking about the like speech issues.
Yeah.
And so I was emailing, and it's one of those things where you don't always get the point across correctly the first time you try. and you're like, oh, they misunderstood me. All right, I got to go back and try to reformulate how to explain this again. But this time around was like, because I've been having like speech problems. And he was like, well, most of the time, almost always, it's psychological. And so that was like dismissive. But then it was, I don't know. I handle the dismissiveness better now because I know what I'm looking at and I know what I'm looking for.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, we didn't get the point across. Now we got to just go back to the drawing board and try again. Because earlier this week I had a full-on like tongue spasm where it was like my tongue was being pulled all the way to the left and back. And that is the case for almost everything in my body, is like pull it to the left or pull it backward or pull it downward. And then I had and our friend thinks that this is vocal cord dysfunction.
Yeah.
Which would make sense as to why like the speech is all being affected. But it was like this awful crushing spasm right here in the middle, just on the like larynx. It was brutal, hurt really bad, didn't like it. No more, thank you, bye-bye.
Yeah.
But when you don't get it across, he's like, oh, you're like, because I used stuttering. And while I do have some stuttering, it's not like,
yeah, no, I had the same problem with my knees. I didn't like, he's thinking arthritis, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I know what arthritis feels like, and I know what joint damage feels like because I've had 5 surgeries that are related to the joint.
Right. But you're a patient, you couldn't possibly know that. So.
Yeah. Well, and I described it wrong.
Right.
It's totally one of those things.
I hate when that happens, and you're like, God, okay, we gotta find a way to try again.
Yeah.
What did it
usually for me? It's
time?
Like, let's comply with every request until they listen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like injections, which I'm allergic to, or PT, which I'm
allergic to.
Well, yeah. Like, it's just gonna cause more damage, but whatever.
Right. They're like, let's teach your muscles, and you're like, but I shredded them.
My muscles are so good that I'm breaking it.
Just gone. No more. Bye-bye. But yeah, it's just been a lot. And like neurological stuff is so hard to explain. And then like, I don't know. It's hard to make what's in our bodies known to other people. Because you don't know what's going to like hit the right circuit in their brain.
Yeah, you don't know what life experience
like,
they have.
Poof, there we go. We understand each other.
Yeah.
So you just have to try. And then they're like, here's this thing, and you're like, that's not at all what I asked for. It's like Dr. Telephone.
Pretty much.
You're like, I would like to have my ankles worked on, and they're like, I brought you IBS, and you're like,
thanks.
No.
Maybe.
No, wrong. Try again.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating. And then like, luckily I know the difference now between dismissive and not understanding each other.
Right. It's so easy to get them mixed up, though.
So much. Right. Because then like our trauma kicks in and you're like, okay, burn it all down.
Yeah.
No more medicine ever again.
Clearly it's me. I'm the problem.
I will withdraw from all of it.
Yeah.
To save everyone time. Because I hate me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what winds up happening. But now it's easier to know, like,
yeah,
oh, you are not going to hear me versus, oh, we missed the mark there.
Right.
And we got to try again.
Same though, like, because on the way back from seeing David, I wasn't angry. I was quiet, and Jen thought I was angry.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I was just like trying to figure out how to articulate things better. Yeah. And I was just stuck. I was like, I think that was the only way I could convey it. Like, he was gonna think arthritis regardless.
Yeah.
Just because that's what it normally would be.
Right. Well, and it's hard when their life experience and their like schooling. And this, actually, I was talking about this the other day with a coworker. Sorry, my tongue is not working well, so I'm slurring really bad right now.
You're okay.
It's great. I love it. Rah. With a coworker, we were talking about how while medicine is progressing, we still have doctors out there who are not and not and have been doing things one way that we know now is not the correct way forever, and they're not going to stop. And nobody is monitoring that part.
No, it's not like they're going out to new trainings and stuff because they're old school. Right. But they'll teach new people.
Right.
Like,
it's like the pedagogies in education where you're like, you have all these older teachers who are like, classroom, sit down, shut up, comply.
Right.
And they're still out there teaching when we know that that is detrimental and not the way we need to be doing things.
Right.
So that part is extremely frustrating because you're like, what do you know and what do you not? And then we've seen it on, I think it was in the group, wasn't it, Crystal?
Mm-hmm.
Who was like, the doctor was like, I don't use Google. And you're like, maybe you should.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. Sorry. Clearly you have missed the boat here on progress and professional development.
He knows all there is to know about medical.
Yeah.
Anything.
I don't use Google. Oh, do you use Bing? Like, is that the problem?
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's
Clearly,
exactly it.
Clearly, that's the issue.
Still using Internet Explorer. And, like, they haven't had Internet Explorer in years. But he's using it.
Yep.
He's out there with his Netscape
Playing with
CDs.
the dinosaur. Like, yeah. God. It's terrible. But it's such a, like, luck of the draw thing. And then through that luck of the draw, you kind of learn to navigate it.
Yeah.
And so
you get better at
people,
it. Yeah.
And you see people, like, first starting out and then they get so discouraged and you're like, I want to, like, make it known to you that that doctor is not every doctor. But that's so hard.
Yeah, no, you can't just tell somebody that and have them understand, like,
right.
Understand in a way that they believe it.
Yeah.
They're
exactly.
gonna be like, oh, you're just saying that to be nice.
Right.
Or like, this was my only option.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we've all been through it.
Yeah.
Like, if you've gone through any sort of medical journey,
mm-hmm.
you know that it took millions of tries.
Yeah. Even with therapy. Like,
oh yeah.
You're gonna find a lot of bad therapists.
It took me like 5 therapists to get to Libby. And I got lucky with my psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Dr. Anna.
She's great.
Great first pull.
We might get her on again.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I say just like I'm saying.
We need to talk to her again is what she means.
Brain no worky.
But same like
Thoughts,
doctors.
no worky.
I've 4, 5 pain management clinics now.
Right.
And yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, and it's just everybody's got to find their own way. And it sucks.
It'd be nicer if there was more of like an etiquette to denying people something from like a bedside manner type deal.
See, but
instead of being like, no, you're wrong, you'd be like, maybe you should see someone else.
I mean, there is in a way.
Yeah, but not
like,
a lot of it has to do with ego, and if they can't figure it out, then they're going to be like, it's whatever I think it is at the moment.
Well, it's ego, and it's this like informed consent but not actually super informed thing that goes on between, where they're like, I'm just going to tell you the bare minimum and then be like, well, I informed you, and you're like, you did not give me my
favorite
options.
when they just say something like they don't want to tell you straight up a thing. So they're like, have you ever thought about the Ebola? And you're like, yeah, I've thought about it. It's scary. And they're like, yeah, it really is. And then you come back like next week and they're like, your record is nothing but like
Ebola.
You're like, oh my God.
Dying of
dude.
Ebola.
Like, you didn't say I had it. You just asked me if I knew about it. God damn.
Yes. Oh my God.
That happens a lot to me. Where they're like, so kid gloves and all. Have you thought about you being the problem? And you're like, no, I haven't.
Never thought of it.
Didn't think about it. Didn't occur.
No idea what you're talking about. Just saying. So.
And then in the notes, it's discussed with patient at nauseam.
At length.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I hate saying it. It's so annoying. But there are times when I see it and it's like, they have to put it in there.
Yeah.
But they're working with you, and so you have this like weird back and forth under the table understanding where you're like, record says whatever it is that's going to be appropriate for them.
Yeah, but if they know what they're doing, they'll tell you so that it's not a surprise. Like I've had that happen, and I've had like Dr. Bamba had to put on something for one of the meds that I'm on, my beta blocker something, calcium channel blocker maybe. She had to put that I had some sort of heart issue for insurance to accept it. You know, so like it's on there, but it's not exactly what it is. It's
right. But that is so different from like the maliciousness of sticking something into your record based on literally one visit, usually
Oh yeah.
Like, and this is why I will not talk to anybody who is not on my medical team currently.
Yeah.
I hate when I send a message and it's intercepted, because that's where it gets all dangerous. And then I've learned never, ever, ever to take an appointment with like the on-call doctor.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, I've learned
Because
that
they
lesson too.
will not look at your record. They will not understand what you're saying. They're going to tell you you're crazy and to stop popping your neck. And you're like, cool, thanks. You have no idea. And I don't know why I'm here.
Right. You get fatigued.
Yes. Yeah. Where
Get
you're like,
fatigued,
you
bro.
don't have any context to be saying the things you're saying to me.
Yeah.
So kindly lay off.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. And it's just irritating. And they do it that way. And then they do it in the like, we're just going to sneaks this onto your record.
I've had a lot of that. And I didn't know about it until Marianne, before she left, went over my record.
Yeah.
And was like, these are not accurate.
Mhm.
There's a lot on here that is not true. Like over medicated and didn't
oh,
have
yeah. Hypermobility spectrum disorder.
So she altered the medical record to reflect what was true instead of
Mhm.
all the shit they snuck in there. There was like, I can't even remember. It was like 5
Yeah.
or 6 things that were slipped in there from ER visits or from urgent care, like one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always, and it seems like it's always like coming from a negative place because it's always after a bad interaction at said place.
Yes.
So like when I had my heart issues and I went in and they had everything looked at, everything was fine. Nobody was angry.
Mhm.
My records are what they are.
Right.
I went in because I felt like I was having a heart attack once and they didn't find anything.
Mhm.
So then they're like, let's do some tests. Let's do some other tests. You need a lumbar puncture now.
Yep.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Could we not?
Yeah.
No, but if you want to be treated like a human, jump the dog hurdles.
Right. Where they're like, let's torture you to make sure that you actually have a problem.
Yeah.
And
or so that whatever they do for you at the end is like earned.
Yes.
Like you're earning your.
That's you know what
more,
I mean? You're earning appropriate care.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Like I went in once for my blood pressure being really high. It was like that day it was a 200 for a while and I couldn't get it to come down. And we went in and I fell down the stairs and I messed up my elbow.
Oh yeah.
And I sat there. They did an x-ray on my elbow.
Yeah.
But they didn't get like all of it. They only got 1 shot. And I was like, oh, it still hurts real bad. And I'm in here because my heart rate was crazy.
Yeah.
They left me in there for 6 hours without anyone seeing me after they did that. And they were waiting for my heart rate to come down. And finally they just kicked me out because my heart rate wasn't going down.
It wasn't normalizing.
No, which is not a good thing. That's a sign of something's not right. But they kicked me out. They're like, oh, you're fine.
I've been seeing a lot of that actually, where they are sending people out.
Yeah.
And like that's increasing the risk that someone is going to solve the problem themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is not, and that's not like an unheard of thing.
Mm-mm.
That's like they came to you for help because they were in pain and you laughed at them, mocked them, and then left them with no treatment.
Yeah.
And sent them out into the world again.
Mm-hmm.
And that tells them like, okay, the people who could have helped me will not help me, and now I have no options.
Right.
And it's bad. It's bad. And then of course you have people who lose like all faith in doctors.
Oh yeah,
and then
absolutely.
they don't go.
I was almost
and
there.
Then when you wind up in there for a heart attack, they're like, well, why didn't you come see us earlier?
I've been trying for years. Just no one cared.
That is another one where they're like, well, this could have been taken care of, like dentists do.
Yeah.
They're like, this could have been taken care of a long time ago. Like,
why did you let it?
Why
get this
did you
bad?
wait so long? You're like, because you told me to go fuck myself.
Because I'm irresponsible. Okay, you win. You're right. You're the doctor. I don't know anything.
I'm a child and I am walking around in the dark and I have no idea what I'm talking about.
You're so smart, doctor. I love you. You're brilliant.
Right. But that's like, those visits are the ones where you wind up with things like conversion.
Yeah.
I had conversion on the record and I didn't even know
the fact
why
they
or
could
how.
just like add that in on the fly like that.
That was weird.
It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you there's no informing the patient.
No, nobody tells you what's on your record.
Right. So you have this permanent record that everyone reads before they see you.
Yep.
And you have no idea what it says.
Yep.
I mean, you can pull your records, but not everyone does that.
Yeah.
And you'd have to pull your records after every visit to keep up with it.
Right. And
Which is
nobody knows that
ridiculous.
they have to pull their records.
Right.
They're like, okay, those are for the doctors to know what's going on
Yeah.
and what my history is. But
It's basically
It's
backroom
also-
Twitter about you.
yes.
That's what it is. They're in the
That's
back
exactly
talking
what
shit
it
about
is.
you.
Yeah.
In fucking doctor.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Because when people have like conversion, they're like, ugh, they're hypochondriacs.
Yep.
And they want something to be wrong with them. And then it's just perpetuated, and it's disgusting, and it's awful and untrue. Like, how many people experience this,
Mm-hmm.
and how many people are actually realistically hypochondriacs?
Right.
Like,
That's a damn good point.
Really?
It's having some sort of invisible ailment is the most frustrating thing on the
Yeah.
planet, where you need help. Like, you need help.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to be a danger to yourself and others. It's that simple.
Right.
Like, before I got help, I was driving around and jerking the wheel around because I had spasms all the time. And I was like, yeah, this is normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I crashed into an island and almost destroyed my car once because my
Oh,
arm
no.
went to the left real hard. Thankfully, it was only a tire that got destroyed.
Yeah.
But shit like that, you know. And at that point, I'd seen 8 doctors, been to like the emergency room for other things. All I had was that I had atrophied shoulders and mono. Mono. How does EDS turn into mono? How does POTS turn into mono? That's what I don't get.
It's the fatigue.
Literally in the urgent care, demoing, like, here's a live demonstration of what POTS is. Sitting down, 160. Lay down, 180. Stand back up, 40.
Right.
Like,
Right.
this
It's
is
like
not.
when you go and they have to take your blood pressure like 4 different
Yeah,
times
they
because
get the
they
one they
didn't
want.
like the number.
Yeah.
And then they don't record the numbers.
Yeah.
And so they wait until you're like, oh, that one was better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll use that one. We want to use the best
It's
one.
like someone's overseeing
Like,
them, and
what?
if they take the bad numbers, they don't get their
Yes.
Christmas
Well,
bonus.
I'm telling you, I've seen signs in doctors' offices that are like, how to get a good blood pressure reading. Take it twice, like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
All of these ways to like get a good reading and make sure and blah, 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 blah.
There must be some sort of like blood pressure police that like go around and smack them with rulers when they're bad.
It's so weird. It's
Like,
so weird. They're
That
like, I
person
didn't
was at
like your
160.
heart rate.
No, bad. They were clearly not.
And then they're looking at your pulse ox, and then I like when they take it off that finger and try a different one.
Yeah.
And they're like, huh, it says 87.
My
We're
favorite
just
is
gonna write 93.
my
Move
favorite is when
on.
you get like someone who's nice and they're like, your blood pressure is 150
they're
over
like,
110.
What's wrong with you?
Is that normal? And you're like, yeah, no, it is. In 5 minutes, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Well, remember like 2 summers ago when they were taking everyone's temperature,
Oh, yeah.
and if I was out in the heat at all, I would show up with a fever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, really, I swear on my life, I think there's like a bug.
There's a gnat. One
Yes.
single
And
gnat.
it just keeps coming across my vision, so I'm seeing it. You're not hallucinating. It's
No, I
okay.
totally went cross-eyed trying to see
Yeah,
it.
I was like, what the heck? But where was
Fever.
Oh yeah, and so I had to like, I swear to God, I don't have a fever. Actually, like, let me sit down for 5 minutes,
Mhm.
and then it'll normalize. But I had to do that every single time I went into a Kaiser building
God.
because they were like, "You're dying." And I was like, "No, really, I just can't regulate my own temperature. So just wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We'll catch up. It'll be fine."
Yeah.
But it's gross, and
Oh,
I
it
don't
is.
like it, and it's awful.
It's ridiculous the amount of like high school shenanigan that goes into
Yeah.
like an ER visit or an urgent care.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
meet like
it's
the
this
nurse who just
weird-
doesn't like you,
Yeah.
you're screwed.
It's like what you were saying, like the bathroom stalls where you just write all these nasty things about people.
Yep.
And it very much is, because we talk about ego all the time, and like being a doctor is very prestigious, right? Like that's a lot of schooling, and you had to be like on top of your blah 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 blah. And then didn't that statistic come out that all of them were cheating at something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh
no,
well,
that's-
everyone is cheating.
My
at
favorite.
everything. It's
That's
fine.
why NPs are the best because they're practical. They're literally. I've been a nurse for so long and seen enough shit that I can actually know what's going on.
Right.
That's why
Oh
they're
yeah,
better.
my the lady who does my refills, my IV is just super lovely, and she's like, I see a lot of people with POTS, and I've actually seen quite a few people with EDS, and I know what those things are because exposure.
Hell
But when
yeah.
you are looking at that and you're saying it's all in your head, goodbye,
Yeah.
then you're not getting that exposure.
No.
listening to your patients, you're going to learn more. It's not hard, but it's that like ego thing where they're like, I am so much better than you. I am so much smarter than you. I know all the things.
Well,
and you are just some like
I don't know if they have to take classes on this or not. I feel like this should be a part of it, is how to control your fucking emotions. Because someone goes out to lunch and gets like, tries to hit on someone, comes back pissed off that they got denied. They're gonna take it out on anybody.
Oh yeah.
And who's gonna call them out on it? Wait, the patient?
Yeah. Oh my
No,
God.
no one's gonna believe a patient.
That happened to me once, actually. Like, not that, but like, I showed up on time for an appointment and waited like 15 minutes, and I was not happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the doctor walked in from lunch super fucking late, and then like acted as though I was being shitty. And I was like, you made me fucking wait.
Yeah.
You came in with an attitude, and now you're acting like I'm being shitty. Because I think it was that like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, but also if I make this interaction like gross, then I can say whatever I want to say.
Trying to get you to be the bad patient.
Exactly. And it's like, where did the compassion go? Like, you chose a profession that is rooted in compassion.
Yeah.
Like, they need to be called out the same way we call out teachers who hate children.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what that is, right? Like, why are you here? Go do something else.
You clearly are
life.
not meant for this.
You don't like this. You don't like people. You don't like patients. You don't like anybody you're working with. Go do something else, please.
Yeah, but I'm so good with the children. They love me.
Oh, God.
But I hate them.
Be gone.
Right.
Like, shoo. But they do. It's this, like, massive ego.
Oh, it totally
thing
is.
Where they can't see beyond their ego. And it's icky.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, what do you even do? You can't. There's no way to like go into that interaction and win sometimes.
Right.
So then we're just stuck with, well, I got to check my records every time I do anything.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, and that's why, like, the biggest thing I've learned is that ego stroking, right?
Yeah.
Like, you go in and oh, you're the doctor. You know so much. Like, wow, I really need your help. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you kind of slide in what you need and hope that they respond appropriately. Like, you're like, pet the dog, pet the dog, pet the dog. Hopefully we can clip the nails now.
Right.
Sorry, I just
all that to say that
all medical professionals to dogs getting their nails clipped.
All that because anxiety gets put on people's lists for no reason.
Right.
For
it took me
anything.
3 years. I think it was 3 years to get anxiety removed from my record.
Yeah.
And I didn't even like decide on that. It was like, how's your anxiety? Your numbers look good. They've looked good for a long time. And I was like, yeah, I don't really have anxiety. I had depression and I had shit going on.
Yeah.
Is different. But and so finally they took it off. But it took like 3 years to get that off of it. But they were like, what are we treating? Anxiety. I'm like, no.
That's the worst too, when you go in and they think that it's they only pick out the things that are wrong. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the thing. They do their research. When you go in, first thing they look at your chart and they're like, oh.
Duh, of course it's gonna be this one.
Mine looks horrible. I actually got to see mine when I was at the dentist for that root canal that didn't happen. Yeah. Because I had to go with the dentist through every ailment on there because he didn't want anything to interact wrong, and it looks gnarly. It is not pretty, and it paints me in such a bad light. Yeah. And I didn't do anything wrong.
No, but
like somehow how are you responsible for that shit?
Yeah. Like, you can't be. And it really is a matter of like, you've got to keep track of your stuff. And nobody's taught to do that. Nobody's taught how even to do that. Like, they're your records. You go get your records. And if there's something in your records that is a problem, you need to like take it up with somebody and be like, this is inaccurate and punitive, and you need to remove it.
Something I think people should do that doesn't happen. If you're moving from one clinic to another, right? They're going to ask you for a medical release. At the same time, you should probably get your records before that to go over them before you go in for your first visit. Right. And then give them the medical release because you'll know what's on there. Yeah. You can address it and be like, this is on there, but there's no reason for it.
Yeah.
But no one does that. Like no one's good. Like where in any sort of learning or like
We're not taught.
pop culture is
It's literally
how to handle
experience
the
or
ER.
nada, right?
how to handle doctors.
It's icky. It's icky, icky, icky.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even like all of it.
Oh, no.
That's like on paper punishment, right? That doesn't even include
Oh yeah,
the like, oh, we think you're faking. It's all in your head. You're a hysterical woman. Because that's one.
it's okay. I've been a
You're
hysterical woman before
overweight.
too.
Yeah.
I get it all the time.
But all of those things, they're
Chris,
like,
you're on your
they
period.
look at you.
I'm here because my back hurts. Yeah, you're just hysterical. Can you calm down, please?
They're just period cramps. It's okay. And you're like, my appendix just exploded.
Look, my gallbladder literally.
Right? It
falling
fell out. I don't know what the. Ooh. Yeah. There's a great TikToker that I've been I like her a lot.
Mhm.
Like if you are a patient with chronic pain or mental health problems
Or know someone.
or know somebody who is, check out Nurse Naya on TikTok. She goes through all of the just kind of learning through well, and she calls out, which is great. Like she is a nurse, has been for a long time. She was a psych nurse for a long time, and she's a chronic pain patient herself.
Yeah.
So she goes through and just it's encouraging to see someone from the medical field who is calling out bad providers.
Right.
And just the unethical providers,
Mhm.
the ones who are hopping on TikTok
Well,
and
it helped
mocking.
you feel validated in that you had a
Right.
bad experience and it wasn't
Right.
just you.
Because you go on TikTok and you're going to see provider after provider mocking patients.
Oh, yeah. There was that-
relentlessly.
I had a nurse that kept popping up that would just do like ER visits and shit like that and make fun of people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we saw someone like this the other week. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude,
And you're like, you don't know.
that's fucked.
How do you know? And they're like, oh, they wanted pain meds, so I had to like invent a test to put them into pain to test whether or not they were actually for realsies or not.
One. This is a whole thing. I have on my record, like, I think it's heavy opioid use because of my prescription that it was assigned, given to me by a doctor.
God.
Like it sounds horrible, right? So I go in and they read that and they have a like I'm not saying I want pain meds or pain relief. I'm here
Right.
because there might be a real problem.
That's exactly my problem when they're like, so do you want medication? And you're like, no,
No.
I want you to make sure that it's okay.
Yeah, I'm here
And
because
then I will leave.
there's a problem that I'm not sure I'm able to deal with alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in pain all the time. I can take pain.
Right.
But
You're
if
like,
something's
it's
not
fine.
right,
I just need to know what the cause of the pain is
Mhm.
and whether or not I should be concerned.
right.
Like, is this a pain that I should be paying attention to? Or is this oh, okay, it's fine. Pain.
Right.
Like,
But it's not fair to just look at someone's record and then assume that's what they're there for.
Right.
You'd think it would be more of their life is like this and they take the meds responsibly, because I have for years. I've been on my
Uh-huh.
medications for like 7-8 years now.
Right.
And like it should look good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That I've been maintaining it and I haven't like had to raise it a whole bunch. Nothing's changed and I'm in there for a real reason.
Right.
It doesn't get read that way, but
no, because they're uneducated on
Mhm.
a lot of conditions.
yeah.
And then they'll be like, well, I know everything about medicine. And you're like, you just asked me what dysautonomia was.
Yeah, I haven't
Like,
heard of that one. What's that?
Shut up. Just shut up. I hate you.
Yeah.
But I had oh crap. I forgot what I was saying. Oh man. Oh, the time I went in I was like, I need fluids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
dysautonomic.
remember this,
And
yeah.
they were like, did you know you had a heart murmur? Let's run EKGs and keep you here for 170 years. And I was
Mhm.
like, I literally just need you to put the water in my arm and then I will leave.
I
Like
want your salty blood water, please.
that's it. That's all I need from you. Thank you very much. And they were like, but the heart murmur. And I was like, it's fine. And they were
Yeah.
like, Q wave. And I was like, it's fine. I promise you, it's fine. I know what I'm talking about. It's my body and I live in it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, but you don't know.
No.
You're not a doctor. How could you know anything about your
Oh
body?
my God. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Or the time I dislocated my ankle and had to like go in and be like, did I fix it right?
I've done the same thing for my shoulder.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I said it right because I had Carrie said it. It was one of the
Yeah.
first times it dislocated after surgery.
Oh yeah, those are really tricky.
Yeah, so I was like I was babying the thing. So I went in and they reset it a little bit, like a tiny bit. But they had like 5 guys on me holding me down.
Right.
So they could
So we get this like
manipulate
major overreaction or this major like
pretty much.
I'm not going to deal with you at all.
She flipped me off, by the way. I just for the people listening
That's
at home.
what I got. So, but yeah, no, it's icky. And it was the medication request this week that was such a pain in the ass. So I waited the 60 days to get my meds refilled. Requested it on the 60-day mark. Then it was intercepted, and this is what always happens, and it drives me crazy. Intercepted by a medical assistant. Then I email again the next day, intercepted by a medical assistant. And then I was like having a full-blown fit because I was like, I do not ask much from you people, and all you have to do is like click a button. Please just let me have my stuff so that I can be like assured. I need my safety net for over the weekend so I feel okay about things. Like
exactly.
That's
no, you're
what
being
I need.
unreasonable.
No, but that's exactly it. I'm like, why are you treating me like?
Yeah, she had to draft like
it's a huge thing.
an explanation of, hey, I'm at this point. This is coming up. I'm being responsible.
Yep.
And it was right after you sent this like really well worded email that they were like, oh, okay, yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
After
I had
like
to send
2
the
or 3
email
days,
that was
right?
like, okay, I'm concerned about the timeline because it's Friday at like 3:30 p.m.
Yep.
And if y'all don't get on it, like I'm not gonna be able to pick up. And so I was like, I'm worried about the timeline. I wouldn't normally be hurried, but I'm actually out this time because normally I email when I've got like 2 or 3 left, right?
Yeah.
But this time I was like, okay, I gotta wait the actual timeline. And then I forgot, so I emailed late. And I was like, I understand that it's my fault for emailing late, but the like not knowing what y'all are doing is making me crazy. So if I can't pick up this weekend, I would really like to know that so I can cancel my plans. And then I had to stick in there that I was like, I'm walking around on busted ass ankles and having horrible pain, like 8 out of 10 facial spasms.
Yep.
So it'd be nice to know if I could pick up or not. And then after this went through, as soon as it was seen, they were like, yep, done. Signed it. I'm like, it wasn't that hard.
No.
Y'all are just blowing people off because it makes you feel powerful. It's a weird dynamic and I don't like it. It's gross.
I don't know why medical assistants make things so much harder, but it's true. Once they intercept something, like it's not
they
going
delay
anywhere.
care.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're like, I don't, and maybe it's because the provider is overwhelmed or I don't know what it is. I do not know why they do it. But anytime anything has ever been intercepted, I'm like, please don't intercept it. Let me send this email again and don't touch it so that my doctor actually sees it, because they're like, oh yeah, it's on theirs too. And I'm like, no, because once you've addressed it, it comes up as red.
Yeah.
And you've addressed it and you emailed me back. And so no, they're not going to look at it. So I need you to stop fucking touching it. Leave it there. Leave it unread. You don't know enough to do anything. Like when I busted my tooth and I was like, I really need a refill a little bit early. My mouth hurts so bad. And then I got an email back from a medical assistant who was like, Tylenol actually works better. And I'm like, I'm on the most Tylenol you can be on. Please stop intercepting my emails.
Yeah.
Stop.
I had to go over that with David. Like, he was like, we need to do injections. And I was like, I can only take dexamethasone and I can only take it in small amounts. He's like, okay, that's fine. And then he was like, have you tried anti-inflammatories? And I'm like, I'm on 3.
All of them.
I've taken, I think, all of them, but I'm on like actively
Celebrax and all of the others.
Like
everything.
It's a part of my care.
Right.
Package,
it's not that we are like neglectful of our care and we need them to like come and like fix it for us. No, I am emailing you because I did everything I could do and now it's your turn. Please do the thing. This should not be hard.
It makes me wonder how bad it is, because we only have our point of view.
Right.
Like how bad are things that's how they function? Like
Yeah.
these are people that got
They're
into the field
jaded.
for good reasons. At least
would hope,
like
yeah.
nurses and stuff. They don't, but like there are good intentions there,
Mhm.
and then they just get so jaded. Like
Yeah.
it's got to mean that the field is.
It's that same, like, I feel like it's the denial of pain so that they can deny the things that they're seeing in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
if it was that bad, what kind of world do I live in?
Yeah.
So I can't believe you, because if it was that bad, you wouldn't be able to function. I wouldn't be able to function if I had that much pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so when their brain goes, oh, if you were in that much pain, you wouldn't be able to function. Then they're like, clearly you're a liar.
Yeah, you're making it up.
Yeah.
You want something from me.
Because there's no way that you would be able to, like, sit there and talk to me coherently if you were in that much pain.
That's
You're like,
bullshit.
I am well practiced. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. But yeah. Great times. Check your records.
She got to the important parts. Check your records. Look up Nurse Naya. We'll
Yes.
put her here.
Yes.
Voila.
Ta-da.
On TikTok.
Yes.
Also visit this TikTok. And then that one. But don't go to those two. Why did I make all that work for myself? I'm gonna be pissed later.
It's just gonna be
I'm gonna
frowny
be
faces.
so pissed later.
You're just gonna put frowny face stickers all over the place. Check out this one.
Just
No.
cross out my
No,
face.
no.
Start doodling.
Doodling on it. Like, why would you do this, you monster? It'll be great. Just wait. You'll
Yeah.
see it. You're seeing it now. Lucky you. I don't get to see
What's
it.
it like in the future? Do you have
Right.
cars that fly? No. Oh.
Do you have
future
cars
sucks.
at all?
Yeah,
like, all the cars are being stolen apparently. Everywhere, from everywhere.
There's a car shortage.
Yeah, they're just taking them to space. I don't know.
Well, Elon Musk.
They're using the cars to build an empire underground.
Mm.
Who knows? All right, is it break time?
Oh, it's totally break time. Yeah.
Woohoo! All right, what do they need to do?
Venmo me. Except now we have a PayPal, so you can PayPal me the $100,000.
No, don't
It
do
went
that.
up a lot because PayPal has fees. So if we want to make a profit, like if you want to actually help us, that would be like $999,000.
Coffee money would be good. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Money. Just send me coffee money.
It's PayPal.me/ Fantasticpains.
Liar. He just said
me.
PayPal.
PayPal.me/Fantasticpains. That's the
It's
one.
here. You can read
Yeah,
it.
it's
Look for yourself.
It's been getting bigger as
Somebody
I got it wrong all
knows.
those times. Like
Somebody knows what it is,
Yeah.
and hopefully you'll be able to see.
But yeah, if you want to
somewhere.
support us in any fashion,
Yeah,
that would help.
feel free.
You also should take your meds.
Yep, and drink some water.
Hydrate or dihydrate. That's what they say.
Just drink some water. Do it.
Yeah.
For me. Because
what
I'm
else?
not gonna. No, that's all I have.
If you're in the middle of something and you're feeling it, take a break.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah.
Rest yourself. Don't overdo it. It's
Yeah.
not worth it.
Right. Yeah. Have some downtime. Do something comforting and something that kind of fills you up.
Hug somebody.
Yeah, that's a good
Or a pet. Or a child. Preferably a child that you own.
I was gonna say just a random child.
No,
Go
these
out into
nope.
the woods.
And find
A wild
roaming
child.
child. Come here, I just want to hug you.
They grow on the trees.
The Fae people. But yes.
Don't eat anything they offer you.
She also didn't say obligatory you are a snack because I didn't say have a
Oh
snack.
my God.
But you are a snack.
You are a snack.
And you should have
we
a snack.
love you. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a snack. Maybe.
Yes.
If we can find a snack.
Yes.
True fact. My face hurts.
I punched her.
You're not supposed to admit that to people.
I live
Some
dangerously.
mystery.
All right.
Check out our TikToks. We love you.
Bye.
Bye. Fantasticpains now has merch. I know we've been promising it for a while, but it is here. You can find our stuff at fantastic-pains.creator-spring.com. We have t-shirts, hoodies, leggings, wine coolers, I guess you can call them, and my very favorite backpack. So take a minute, go check us out.
Welcome back. How was your break?
Did you do the things?
At least one of them?
We hope so. Take care of you. You deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, on that note, here's that friendly reminder that you are and always will be worth more than you can do or produce for someone else.
Even
Come
for
on.
yourself.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
You have worth because you have worth.
You exist.
Because you exist.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of amazing. So be nice to you, or
even though you're a variant like we are, you're still valuable, unlike me. No worth.
The
0.
black market would pay a ton
to get rid of me.
Oh my god. Great.
And on that note, we're gonna jump into this really, really obnoxious article.
Yes, it's time to be angry.
Yeah. I mean, just the title, and then I scrolled through and looked at the pictures that they use as a reference.
Yeah. Oh,
are you kidding me?
There's also news on that end, so we'll get through it, and then I'll tell you what I had discovered yesterday when I was researching this.
Is it okay if I let you read it to me? Because my eyes are not focusing today.
I can't see.
I can fix that part. But even like this, I can't really read it.
Okay. Well, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's time to get mad. If you're on TikTok, you've probably seen this floating around and people responding to this. Because it is something. I don't know who let this out of...
Let me go one back. Just to be safe.
Out of anything. Because holy moly, it's bad. Bad. So the title of this lovely article, written by Emma James, by the way,
who hates people apparently.
She's very ableist. So the title is "Addicted to Being Sad: Teenage Girls with Invisible Illnesses Known as Spoonies post TikToks of themselves crying or in hospital to generate thousands of likes, as experts raise concerns over internet-induced wave of mass anxiety."
So this is kind of where anxiety came from yesterday. It was between Ruth mentioning it and this article.
Yeah. Oh. So that's just the title.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it could be a little longer.
It could be.
It's a little short. I don't know if we're going to get to the point here.
The red fox jumps over the lazy dog kind of.
Right? Oh, God. So... teenage girls and young women are posting upsetting footage of themselves in hospital or crying on social media. Many of them are suffering from invisible illnesses or chronic illnesses, which often have no obvious cure and leave them exhausted doing daily tasks. Oh, can you imagine?
That even sounds kind of misogynistic.
Right.
Because they're like,
oh, yeah,
these young girls aren't cleaning the houses the way they should.
We got a lot of like... isms.
Emma's got some issues,
right? Emma needs a nap.
She needs some milk.
She needs some milk.
Emma, you need to eat a snack. You are not you when you're hangry.
Oh man, get a Snickers. Calling themselves the Spoonies, the group often encourages each other to lie to doctors to get the diagnosis they want.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We are Spoonies. Has anyone ever encouraged us to lie?
No.
Have we ever encouraged anyone to lie?
Our group, especially our Discord, would never do that.
Never, ever. Ridiculous. And the diagnosis they want. No. They want a diagnosis. They want care.
Oh, that's so...
and help and support.
So invalidating.
Oh, it's disgusting. Some Spoonies suffer from MS and Crohn's disease.
Are those not legit enough?
What? While others suffer from rarer ones, which are harder to diagnose. Others join groups to discuss the negative side effects of their conditions and often end up competing with each other for who is the sickest.
Can we send her our podcast? I mean... I don't know about you, but when I'm in the Discord, all I ever talk about is how hard it is to be me.
Right.
Like.
Right.
Oh my god, dude.
What?
There was something on my shirt.
Oh. There's something. Look at this. I'm MCASing.
She's MCASing.
I'm all spotty and red.
Anyway.
Yeah. So. Competing for who is the sickest.
I mean, I could see how she could walk away with that if she was like looking at some Facebook groups.
Right. But we've addressed even why that happens.
Right.
And it's not sorry, my voice is just not participating. Those like vocal cord issues are a problem.
Yes.
But we've addressed why that happens, and it's basically just like they're not competing for who's the sickest. It's like a defense mechanism against being invalidated.
Yeah, it's a validation.
They feel like they have to be more severe and more dire in order to be validated at all, which is a problem because you shouldn't have to compare yourself to others.
Well, and it comes from that, like,
decide where the
feeling
validation
inferior.
is.
Like, you feel bad that you feel bad.
Yeah.
But you're not as bad as other people are.
Right.
Like, oh no, look at her. She's really suffering.
Yeah.
Where do I have the right to complain?
Exactly. So this is not like competing for who's sickest because it's a fun game and we really love it.
Rake up those
like,
points.
Ooh, man. So teenage girls with invisible illness are posting upsetting videos. They're calling themselves Spoonies, and here they have, I think this is all the
just
same
this
thing.
line. Thousands of teens are banding together on social media as part of the movement.
Yeah, what is the movement? It's a nickname.
Are we a part of the movement?
It's not a movement.
I mean, for her point of view, I'm assuming we would be part of
the movement. Yeah, because
and
we're
we'd
all
be
about
irresponsible adults for
encouraging
people with disabilities to reach out to each other and try and find ways to cope through life.
Right. And advocate for yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I done goofed.
Right? Oopsie. Oh no. Oh my god. And this next line is gross too. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Posting videos of themselves crying or lying listless in hospital beds rack up hundreds of thousands of likes in some cases, with dozens of comments supporting the spoon theory. So tell us you did no research on what the spoon theory is without actually telling us you did no research on what spoon theory is.
Also, dozens of comments? That's not that impressive.
Right.
If we're talking like you're doing this for clout, this is not the way to go.
No. Oh, Jesus. So, and this is really good. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Experts say that while functional disease is a real and chronic problem, it is often not the one the teens think they have. That's
taking something and
not
misleading.
at all the point, and that's not wrong.
Well, and the experts aren't saying that they don't have chronic illness, they just don't have the one they think they have.
Right. So we validated it and then immediately invalidated what people are going through. So,
experts say a lot of things, apparently.
And this is so pertinent when it comes to Ehlers-Danlos, like we both have.
Mm-hmm.
So we're Ehlers-Danlos type 3 or hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And it's hard when you have to like chase down your own diagnosis.
Yeah.
You go through ones that are not correct. We chased Marfan's for a while because we didn't know EDS was a thing, right? So great, it's not the one they think they have, but please get to the one that they actually have.
Imagine had like we never found EDS, we'd still think it's Marfan's.
Right.
We don't
and
normally
not be
present,
able to, like,
and people would be like, "You don't look Marfansy."
Mm-hmm.
So you're obviously.
But we'd
making
have
it
no
up.
alternative and no information, and
yeah.
That this isn't like, it's not fun. They're not doing it like, oh, I want that one, like picking out of a magazine. Like, no, it's can someone help me figure out what's wrong with me?
In her head, these girls are like, I need attention. I'm going to find a rare disease online and I'm going to pretend to have it. And then I'm going to go to the hospital and trick them into finding the symptoms that I have and treat me for these things that I have. But it's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all posturing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bizarre. So then she says, Dr. Katie Compoliti?
Yeah.
A neurologist at Rush University Medical Center told Common Sense News, which is, I don't know how reputable that is in the first place. It's generated by anxiety in most cases, or another comorbidity, and then propagated by the ease of TikTok. Okay, but if it's if it's coming from a comorbidity, then that is a condition in and of itself.
Again,
so why is that invalid?
Yeah.
And no, it's not coming from anxiety. Anxiety, as we've just discussed, is a catch-all for I don't believe you and I don't want to deal with you. It is a cop-out. End of story. Like, yes, people have anxiety. We know people with really bad anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not this.
No. Well, and it takes away from people with anxiety.
Exactly.
It doesn't get treated the right way.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
like
not...
nobody wins in that situation.
Right. Because now anxiety is like a dirty word because they're like, oh, well, everyone has anxiety these days. This whole generation has anxiety. I'm like, okay, great. They grew up traumatized.
Of
course they.
The next line is, I think, the most infuriating for me.
Ready? You go for it.
A blogger coined the term spoonie in 2003, giving their spoon theory a nickname, claiming a spoon equates to energy. That is not at all how that works.
Ooh.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. And
It's
then
just a measurement system.
So this, she mocks. There's just picture after picture of her mocking these people for being visible on social media.
Yeah. Showing a raw look into life of someone with an autoimmune disease and is whatever. Like,
so,
these are some people's posts.
Yeah. And then how dare. So this is, let's see. This is good. Ready? Parts of the community also accuse doctors of medical gaslighting them, claiming that they are dismissing or belittling their patients' pain.
Because they are.
Yep.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yep.
That's all there is to
That it happens, Emma.
Well,
I'm so glad that you are able-bodied.
I
and you have never had to experience that.
The damage this article has done,
Right?
to say, like, someone's mom who's reading this, they're going to be like, oh, no, your doctor's right, honey. They're not gaslighting you.
Yeah.
Like,
it gets absolutely just, and it just gets worse. Like, as you scroll through, it gets worse and worse and worse. Taking these, like, snaps of people's just vulnerable moments, trying to be visible and show people what some of us go through.
Yeah.
And then being mocked relentlessly through an article that has no business saying any of what they're saying.
No.
None of it. So, posting videos of themselves crying.
That's that same line, yeah.
Yeah. So, dozens of comments, blah, blah, blah. More mocking people. So, we've got rupture. So, this is endometriosis.
That's kind of a thing.
Wow. Like,
haha, that girl has cancer. She's doing it for attention.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my God. It's just absolutely baffling. So, healthy people have, where are you?
This sentence. Healthy people have unlimited spoons.
Yeah.
It's not at all how that works.
While sick people, the Spoonies, only have a few and have to be, why are we putting strategic in quotes? Sorry. Strategic about how they use them, often by doing everyday tasks. Okay.
Everybody uses spoons. It's a way to relate it.
Literally, spoon theory is not a movement. It is just a way to explain to those who don't have chronic illness what it is like to have to budget your energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's for.
It's time management. Oh no.
Okay. Some Spoonies suffer from MS and Crohn's disease, while others suffer from rarer ones, which are harder to diagnose, such as PCOS, rheumatoid arthritis, endometriosis, and postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Are those not valid?
No, apparently not. They suffer from these things, but fuck them, I guess.
Okay, and then we go into the really fun ones. Ready? This is the copping out piece. Here we go. Others suffer from functional disorders in quotes, which don't have any physical cause, cure of a set. No, it's supposed to be or. She didn't even proof her thing.
Neither did her editor.
Don't have a physical cause, cure, or set of medical tests for diagnosis. Many of the women complaining about being ignored or misdiagnosed by doctors on the app and share their rawest moments to give others an insight, again in quotes, ready, into what life is like with their diseases. Oh my God.
I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah. Like,
again,
and again, why are we saying many of these women?
Exactly.
Like, many humans. And this is part of why, and especially the gendering in this article is really disturbing to me, because men reading this they're never going to be looked at.
Mm-mm. No, because you
they're
imagine,
gonna
like,
avoid
if you were like
being
really
this.
sensitive to like this kind of thing and thinking you had a problem, and then reading this and be like, oh, the
Oh.
girls are making it up. Then
Right.
I'm clearly definitely
Or
making it up.
if I come out with this, I'm
gonna
gonna
be seen
grouped
this
in
way.
This
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Disgusting. Let's see. Others claim they are suffering from medical gaslighting. Again, with quotes. Why are we quoting everything? Stop it. Which includes being told by your doctor to lose weight to help your condition.
That's like a very
not
specific
true either.
person. She read someone saying this
and
is trying to call them out on it.
Well, and put it out wrong,
Yeah.
because what happens is they blame your entire condition on your weight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the problem is.
Or
It's
they can interpret your records wrong too, to be
Right.
like we were saying earlier, like a
Yeah.
totally different thing. Like, oh no, that's not what the record says.
Right. And it's just not true. Nobody's out there being like, my doctor told me that it would help my condition. That's bad. Like, they're saying, my doctor told me that my entire condition is because of my weight.
Yeah.
And that I need to just get a grip.
Or anxiety.
That's
like
what's happening.
Any keyword.
Right. Stop misrepresenting. Knock it off. Some of them also make money off their platforms. How dare they? How dare they? Disabled people, how dare they be able to make a living telling their stories?
No. Look, don't read the rest. This sentence is saying these women who have a chronic illness, we've accepted that. Mm-hmm. That is the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Are making money by promoting glasses, eyewear on their social media. That's a bad thing?
Yeah.
Or supplements.
Supplements can be disturbing. That's a different topic
Yeah.
on its own. But I'm telling you right now, it's not the chronically ill who are promoting like BS supplements.
They're the ones getting sucked into the BS supplements.
Yes,
But
they are the victims of that. So, oh my god.
healthy people have unlimited spoons while sick people have a few spoons. That's not
have
how
to be strategic.
fucking
Yeah.
works.
Oh my god.
Immunocompromised. Oh no.
What is this one? A lot of the girls will post again with the girls. A lot of the girls will post. Wow. You're not spelling.
Theor. Lowest.
Their lowest
Oh,
moments
there.
on social media in an attempt to show how they struggle.
So? Does it make you feel weird, Emma, that you're reading about people or seeing people that are struggling?
I've never seen disabilities before.
Maybe
it's
you
scaring me.
Do you have a disability and you're like afraid of it?
That could be.
Like she relates
Maybe
with
you're
them
not super able-bodied and now you're visible, I guess. I don't know. Or you're angry because you weren't able to be visible and these kids are not putting up with masking anymore. Maybe that's what the problem is.
Oh, this sentence.
Ready?
Hundreds of thousands of people, mostly teenagers and young women, have become part of online groups to feel supported, in quotations, by the community.
How dare you want to
So basically
support.
what we're doing is like just Satan. This is
This is Satan.
We are Satan.
Hello.
Welcome to Satan. We have candy and we accept you. I don't know what else to say.
Here's a hug and a fluffy blanket. Welcome to hell. Oh my god. So awful. So awful. Let's see. Where else are we at? So she like mocking relentlessly. This poor girl sat up on my own for like 2 minutes for the first time in forever for this. So she made a TikTok of her recovering.
Yeah, and she's like a port. She's
like
on air. Like
she's acting like these people walk into hospitals and are like, excuse me, I need a room. I'm filming a TikTok. I need a set. It's not a hotel.
Nothing about what they did to her is
beach.
fun.
Yeah, no. None of that feels good. None of it. Like, and her poor eyes, look at her. Potsy. My God.
Oh, no. Now we're going to have to listen to doctors gaslighting us. Great.
Dr. Mark Sullivan, a psychiatrist at the University of Washington Medical Center, is concerned that the internet has created communities of grievance. Wow. That led patients to adopt victim mentalities. This right here, this is fear of accountability.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
No shit.
That's, I don't want my patients talking to each other and finding out how many people I've wronged the same way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. I don't want my patients coming in and being good advocates for themselves because I'm used to pushing people around. That's what that is. That's ridiculous.
Every sentence is worse than the last.
Right?
How is that possible?
I know. Every time I'm like,
one
oh,
woman
it gets
posted
worse.
on social media that her psychiatrist told her to lose weight to feel better and complained that it made her feel in shambles. The news, the being ignored part of that is what put her in shambles,
Yeah.
not the fact that she has to lose weight.
Right. When you feel unheard, that's awful. And when you have a psychiatrist telling you to lose weight, he doesn't get to say that. He's not in charge of your
Why would you listen to your psych about your weight?
Shut up. Not your job.
I mean, they could suggest it. Be like, maybe lose weight?
Oh my
But
God.
why would they, like...
Like, okay, but not
Right.
even like lose weight. It would be like, hey, maybe you need to get outside more
Right.
and do a little more movement. And I think that would help your mood, like improve some of these aspects of what you're going through, but not like, you know how to
No.
fix it? Lose weight. What?
Members of the group rallied around, with one even offering to send the doctor an anonymous email to explain the damage of claiming someone's weight was causing their mental or physical problems. Disgusting. Fucking horrible. They got together. They're trying to fix a problem.
And they were supportive of one another?
It's disgusting.
How dare they?
They don't even play water polo.
The audacity. They don't even, not even water
Not
polo?
even water polo.
Whew. Megan Cooper was diagnosed with median... I don't think she spelled any of this right.
Acute ligament
Yeah.
syndrome.
Or RQ8. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
When she found the community and described feeling as though she was less alone with them. Why is that bad? She told Common Sense, why, and also, why are you making your entire article off of an article you saw on Common Sense?
I feel like the Common Sense article wasn't a negative piece, and then she read
then
it, and now
she's
she's
like,
like, here's
"I'm
my
mad about
critique of
this."
this,
Yeah.
this disgusting problem.
So she told Common Sense, I had one video just called I'm Sick, and the thumbnail was me crying. Okay. Just wait. Hold some, like, in your head, right? Yeah. On Instagram, whenever I would post a picture of me looking sad or with pills in my hand or in a wheelchair, it would get like 2,000 likes. Cooper even joined a Snapchat group called Sick Bishes, where they would message about the negative things in their lives. All right, so here's what I learned. The person they're quoting in this article about their illness
Yeah.
and how it's all about attention, never interviewed. There is a TikTok, and I think I favorited the TikTok actually, that was like, is it legal for her to like post an article quoting me on things I never said over conversations I never had with
defamation.
anybody? Yeah, it's defamation.
Straight up defamation.
She is like flat out defaming because that's how it's going to play out. Okay. It's so awful. She claims, here we go. So bear in mind, lies. She claims that she felt like she needed to pad her own pills with supplements to make her own situation seem more dire on social media, and admitted to feeling jealous of a girl who looked more sick than her. Never said it. Which is why she didn't put it in quotations. Nothing is quoted.
No.
She just is saying things. Like she talked to this person and she never did.
One of the girls she followed was promoting salt tablets, which can help with the lightheadedness brought on by POTS. Yes.
So? Yes, they can, and they do.
And they're not like...
What's the problem?
They're over the counter. They're just salt.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's so dangerous. Oh my God.
Oh God! Some others have cashed in on brand deals with probiotic filled with snack bars marketed under the slogan "Hot girls have IBS."
You're just mad about representation. I feel like you are super salty that people are not shutting up anymore. You're mad because it's dirty word. We can't talk about disabilities. That's a no-no. And if you're visible, how dare you?
There might be something you're gaining by having the diagnosis, like that it's keeping you from your job that you hate or from responsibilities that you don't want to do, said Dr. Paulina Asaf, a psychotherapist at the Pain Reprocessing Therapy Center in Beverly Hills.
Okay, and this one's in quotations. So everything she talked about from the TikToker and what the TikToker said
is
bullshit. She's not put a quote on any of it.
Mm-mm.
Like, she just made it up because. So we angry about representation. And then it was really, really sad to read the comments. But let's pause at the end of this and reflect, shall we?
Yeah.
Emma James, you need a nap and a Snickers and
someone to love you.
You need to step away from social media for a while.
Maybe
friend.
rekindle that broken relationship with your family.
Shit. Wow, you need help. You need some help. That's sad.
Super.
It's gross.
Why is it
and
so
horrible.
targeted at young girls?
I don't know. Because they're not easy targets.
Because they're just so unreasonable. Yeah. They're young girls.
Oh, how dare
they can't stand up for themselves.
No, here's what it is. Because they are easy to discredit.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why.
It's fucked up.
They are easy to discredit. It's awful. Like, absolutely awful.
And it's not even accurate.
No,
and
none
then
of it.
half of it is just her stating facts and hoping that people take it the wrong way.
And then being like, this is a thing. And you're like, okay, so?
Cashed in. So you admit these people have problems. And we're mad that they're making money, but they're not doing their job. So which is it? Are you mad that they're not working or that they're doing their job?
How dare they
Which is it?
Find a way to support themselves even with a disability.
Right.
Like,
in a probiotic?
No, not okay.
Those are dangerous.
You must go live in a box if you're disabled and you don't want to work. Yeah, because if you're disabled, that's what it is. You don't want to work.
Right, it's a choice.
You don't want to work.
Right.
Like,
I can barely climb up my stairs, but
what?
It's fine. I was going to get a job at that stair store, but I can't do stairs, so I can't work. Whoopsies. Can't tell people stairs anymore.
And then this is like a Facebook article. Because
I never post about my illnesses, even colds. I also hate it when people make cryptic posts about their relationships.
This is so
that
Facebook.
Has nothing to do with
anything. It's so Facebook.
Doctors actually do gaslight, and doctors have gotten worse. Ignorant, political, and rude. Thank you, person.
Mm-hmm. Look at this though, 98 down votes on it.
What is? My granddaughter tells me there are 12-year-olds vaping and TikTok behaving inappropriately. It needs to be shut down.
We know that you are old.
As if the NHS doesn't have enough to deal with.
Yeah, like
get
making
fucked.
this out to be like a crisis that is like taking the world by storm.
Oh dear.
And then no child should be allowed on social media until 21. It serves no purpose. No. How dare people connect with one another?
Yeah, the next one. Dear Lord, ditch the phones.
How dare they know that they're not alone in the world when they should be alone because they deserve to be alone because they're disabled? How dare?
Let's frame it for me. I have gained all the horrible things that they've said, except for like monetary compensation, but like feeling validated, seen, and my mental health being better because I've connected with people.
Right.
That's fucked. I should really
How dare we?
know my role. What was I'm acting like a teenage girl right now, and it's disgusting.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the oldest ones because I wanted to see what people first put out.
Yeah.
It's called Teenage Angst.
It's been around for as long as there have been teenagers,
What?
and it's nothing to do with mobile phones. All right.
Okay, but also like, what is this one? I don't remember pretending to have anxiety to get people to feel sorry for me. Now anxiety is quoted by teenagers when they are asked to do routine things or when they are challenged. Unfortunately, people with really bad depression can't access the services because these people, oh my God, these pseudo-anxious people
that probably weren't even like correctly diagnosed with anxiety. Let's go back to the beginning.
They have to label everything. Jesus Christ.
The doctors are labeling us as anxious.
Oh my God.
and resources in
Yeah,
during a
wasting
pandemic a week
people's
ago.
time and resources during a pandemic.
Kitten, we were in a pandemic where 6 million died. Who would otherwise be alive? Stop getting
Your
info from Q memes. All right.
Get in there, yes. Oh my God, it's just so Facebook. Attention seeking much?
Oh, here we go.
Attention
Here's someone
seekers.
actually posting a week ago.
Right here?
I personally went through hell for 13 years trying to get an answer. I finally got diagnosed with multiple conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Being your own advocate and pushing for answers is not wasting resources. Everyone has a right to competent health care. It's difficult to know who is faking attention, which is terrible, and who isn't. So err on the side of kindness. You never know what someone is going through.
Right. Well, and how much does it cost you to just...
Me personally? My pride,
Your pride.
my manlyhood,
Your
my
manly.
my patriarchy card. Like,
My white male status?
well, that's on thin ice anyways. I got them big lips, so we don't. We just
And people were worried about climate change. I'm gonna cry.
humanity was a mistake. Let's all agree.
My God.
It's a sick world. That it is. It's a sick world. Well said, Sherry.
And people are worried about climate change. Oh no. So TikTok is a bigger crisis than climate change.
This is.
These people are in their 90s.
Oh my God, dude, I can't. I can't. I'm like shaking. I don't want this in my life anymore.
Oh, it's so gross. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was gnarly. That was a hell of a thing.
Oh my God.
Don't listen to the article. It doesn't know what the
It's
fuck
really
it's talking about.
And don't go looking for it because they don't need traffic.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
If
So-
anything, write your own article with facts and real quotes
Yes.
and
We
science.
will push it everywhere.
Yeah. Or reach out to us. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're
We'll talk about it.
feeling invalidated and need support, we have one of those horrible Spoonie communities on our Discord. You can jump in there and talk with other people to feel better about your
Or
situation.
less alone.
We can compete even. See who's most sick. I'm pretty ill myself.
He's got a 9 out of 9.
I'm a 9 out of 9, guys.
On the
Your
bite
EDS is
score.
trivial by comparison.
That
Fuck.
climate change one just
Yeah.
like
That hit hard. I agree.
split my whole brain in half. That was painful.
Dude.
You live on a farm. Internet was a mistake. Just turn it off. You don't need that.
It's not for you.
It's not
This
for
thing,
you.
it's not for you.
It's not for you. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't think I've ever read anything that just got like worse as it went. Like it just kept.
So I wonder.
Giving.
I wonder if Emma like is into like young males who are ill. So she doesn't like the females. Maybe she's
She's like,
into the
stop
males.
being ill.
She needs to mother somebody.
I hope she never mothers anybody.
Might be a little late for that.
Oh my God. Oh God. She's a journalism student.
I
And they
really.
put it out in the
I
Daily
am
Mail.
so not
Oh.
about that.
That was painful.
That
to
was
read.
antithetical to what we do.
Yes.
That's the
hurt.
negacast.
That hurt my soul
Yeah.
a little bit. So yeah, that was
Sorry you had to deal with that.
yeah. But like understand, please, that like okay, to sober up a little bit, just a little bit here. How dangerous is that article in reality? How absolutely like tangibly harmful is that article? Cuz oh my God.
Oh yeah, well, especially with people who are going to be looking for evidence to the contrary, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh well,
Yeah,
here
to keep dismissing
this
people.
TikToker clearly said all this bullshit. Like every sentence was just
Oh my
demeaning and
God.
wrong.
Yeah.
And then they had put in the real facts and expected them to be taken the wrong way.
Yep.
Like people with chronic illnesses sometimes don't work. Yeah, no
This
shit.
is yes. What?
If I broke your arms, would you work? Couldn't type anymore. You had to dictate. Don't not miss work.
Not a single day.
Yeah, no, you're not
Not
allowed
for
to.
surgery.
No, you don't want
Nothing.
to. You don't want to act like one of them gross teenage girls.
I also really liked the comment of, I don't post any of my illnesses. Like it sounded like you
Right.
were actually ill. And then it was like, even colds. Like
especially colds.
colds are the worst that you've ever had. Sit down. Sit down. This conversation is not for you.
Rip
Sorry.
it and dip it, Richard.
Rip it and dip it, Richard. Sit down.
Oh my god.
It's time to listen now
I
and
can't-
not speak.
I can see the the moms and like
Mhm.
the parents
Yeah.
reading that and looking
Well,
at their
and then-
child like
They think it's a crisis.
right.
Like they put it out there like this is like hitting untold numbers and clogging up the system and
yeah.
whatever and like, oh, it's like taking the internet by storm, and all of these young women are sharing their actual illnesses.
Emma's
And then
a mom.
they show actual illnesses.
Yeah,
Not
Emma's a
people
mom.
faking.
Emma's got a child who has an issue and she is ignoring it, and she had to validate herself by writing that article.
That was like,
I guarantee it.
I can't imagine having so little empathy for other human
No,
beings.
to take people's like posts like that, disgusting.
Yeah.
People who are suffering, like
Yeah.
there wasn't any, not a
Right.
single like post on there looked
Well,
even questionable.
The article itself, like the tone of it is that they should not be seen.
Right.
Is that
They need to shut up.
what they're doing wrong is making themselves visible.
Yeah.
And that is a disturbing way of thinking.
Well, and
that
like stay invisible because we don't want you
Exactly.
mingling. Like don't.
well, we don't want you connecting with one another
Right.
because we want you to feel alone, and like you have to stay masked because it's convenient.
This is the beginning of an anime plot. This is where I turn into a villain or a hero, depending on your side, and I start freeing people's minds.
Bone slave.
I make everyone aware that there are ill people in the world. Imagine that.
I just can't imagine. Just, it's such a weird way of thinking, and it absolutely is this like, because what they do is they go through and they're talking about real illnesses that are real illnesses.
Yeah.
Right. And then they're showing people with real illnesses, and then going about and like what they're doing wrong is connecting
Mm-hmm.
and empathizing and helping one another and making themselves visible.
That's our mission statement right there. Many voices.
Yes. Because the whole goal is to not feel alone.
Can we send her our podcast and maybe she'll like make an article about us, and then we can get more people.
Yes.
Like,
there you go.
You know, no bad publicity, especially in the community. If we,
Right?
they like, she
For
roasted
real.
us,
Holy
guys,
sh-
and all we do is fucking talk about it.
That was
just saying.
Wow.
God, I'm like visibly.
It's just so gross. I
Ugh.
can't. I'm like, how old are you? You're like a master's student in journalism or some shit.
It's fine.
And you decided that this was the way to go. Why are you angry? Who hurt you?
Mhm.
Why are you so mad? Why? Because it's inconvenient and it makes me feel weird to see people who are suffering. They need to suffer on their own time and not where I can see it. She's someone who yells at people for breastfeeding in public.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And she thinks that she's encouraging like healthy habits by parking in the handicap spots, or they're faking it. It's fine. They're just faking it.
Mhm.
I saw a lady with 2 broken legs today, clearly faking it. Doctors can get fooled easily. It's not like they have ways to check these things. You just go and you say, "Hey, I have this," and they go, "Oh, you do." I can't tell you otherwise. Good thing you told me.
Watch out for that baby on crutches.
Right. Do you remember when we got diagnosed and we both went in together and we were like, "It's EDS," and they were like, "You're right. It has to be, because that's the only thing you said to me."
It was really easy. It was like a 5-minute appointment. You just
Yeah. in and out.
walk-in clinic where you're like, "Hey."
Only
I have
problem is
EDS.
they diagnosed us with anxiety at the same time.
Yeah, unfortunately, because
It wasn't EDS, it was anxiety. They lied and then they gaslit us.
No, we've never been gaslit in our entire lives. That doesn't happen. It's not real.
It's not a real thing, guys.
It's not real. And And the like gross attitude of like people are taking a victim stance. No, we're connecting so that we're not continually victimized by doctors who gaslight us.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. It's not trendy to be gaslit. It's not fun to be gaslit by doctors.
Nope.
Nobody enjoys it.
Yeah, everyone loses.
Like, what do you think people gain?
It drives her nuts that people are ill and they're making connections.
How dare I see you? I don't want to look at you. That's
I'm
gross.
telling you, she's a mom and her daughter has a condition, and like she's like, nice, she's faking it.
It's weird. You're so weird. You are a weird human.
You are a trash person.
But not a trash panda person.
No.
So
you keep your filth away from our filth. You keep your filthy white women privilege away from us. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I know you're not white. It doesn't matter. You're using your white privilege. Fucker.
It's gross. Stop it.
Ugh.
It's like watching a dog drag its ass across a like pristine white carpet. That's what that was.
And then ask for a treat afterwards. Like, I did it. Isn't everyone proud of me? I made an article.
Look, it's brown. It smells really bad.
We're not saying anything about you particularly. We're just saying things
you
that
need
it's
a nap.
like.
That's what it's like. Wow. Yeah, reading that was an experience.
My IQ is now a lot lower.
I know.
I regret everything.
It hurt me
Can
on
we
the
just
inside.
Start
and
over.
the outside.
Let's do the episode over and just go back in time, though.
Okay.
I don't want to do this again.
We're gonna just this never happened.
Oh my god. So what I want you guys to do, comment
Jesus.
how you've been gaslit and how long it took you to get diagnosed. And then maybe we could connect on it.
Or if you're still searching for a diagnosis.
Yeah, absolutely. If you think you have something, I think our group would be a great group to ask, because we're not going to tell you to lie and make some shit up.
Yeah, no, nobody's lying to doctors to get their needs met.
No.
Just, you deserve to have your needs met, all right? You deserve quality care. You deserve empathy.
But seriously, let's publish something antithetical to that bullshit.
Yes, a direct response.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about what life is
call
like
it
for you.
Dear Emma James.
Yeah. We're taking a stand.
I got you a Snickers.
Our tiny YouTube channel is going to make a difference against the Daily Mail.
The Daily Mail. They should be ashamed. But they're not, because they're like, oh, this made people angry.
We had a response.
Which means that people were going to engage with it. And there you go. But don't go look at it. No.
It's the whole article is on our video. So if you're listening and you want to see it, watch the video. We scroll through it. You can see all of it. Don't go to the channel. Go to our channel. Don't go to the Daily Mail channel. Screw that.
That was an experience, and now I'm tired. I need a nap to cleanse my brain.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna call it there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's do some affirmation before we end, because I think we all need it.
We need a moment.
We need a moment. You are valid, and you are valid. So there.
Only technically,
Fight me.
But yeah, I'm valid.
I too hold the validity.
Yeah, in your heart.
In my heart.
Good.
And in my soul. And also in my hand.
And if you need more people to talk to, or want to talk to us even.
Yeah.
Our Discord, it's in the link. It's down in the description. It's on our banner.
Yep.
Join.
We talk
and
to
lurk.
people.
Don't even feel like you have to talk.
We love having people, because we celebrate and get with each other every time someone joins. So plug. Why don't you give plug on website?
It'll be live by the time this is live.
Oh,
okay.
That's true. So our website will be going live here soon.
We have a hub now where you can find all of our stuff in one place.
Indeed.
If you want to support us, we have our store, we have donations, we have our Discord, right?
Yep.
We have our
the
videos,
YouTube channel.
like everything.
Yeah.
Everything will be there.
Fantasticpains.com.
Hey.
Yeah, we have our own URL now.
Whoop whoop. So yeah, let's support one another in real life, in real time. Just
despite her.
Just despite her.
Not because we actually care about each other, but just because of Emma.
I will love you so hard just to make her angry.
Yeah.
All right, my friends. I know that was an experience.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to say I'm sorry, but I hope that rattled you up, and I hope that you can see the absolute nonsense in it. And let's make sure that we are actively validating one another when
Mhm.
we have the chance, because honestly, the fear of that, like, unaliving ourselves hangs heavy over the chronic illness community as
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole, and things like that do not help.
Mm-mm.
So look out for each other, get connected, because you're not alone. And even if you are the only one on the planet with your condition, there are experiences that others can
similar.
connect to and relate with, and we can find common ground wherever. So
Yeah.
Good stuff. Bad stuff, but good stuff.
Good, bad. Bad, good?
Good, bad. Bad.
It was an experience.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Half good, half bad, half boy.
Yes.
Yes.
All
Quiet.
right. She's burned out.
I am very tired. Yeah, go check out our TikToks and our website, and drop us a like, comment. Again, we want to talk to you, and give us a share if you think
Yeah.
someone can relate.
Or if you need
would like
someone
to
to
rage with.
understand what you're going through, our channel. We have an open letter. Check it out.
Indeed. Yeah. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for coming along. That was exhausting, but I quite enjoyed being able to tear that apart a little bit for y'all. So, in the end, we will see you next time, and hopefully on Friday for a live. So check out the Discord.
Yeah.
We are not good at planning, so
We're Spoonies. We have to have our spoons to do things.
man, not the spoons. Yeah. So yeah, keep an eye on the Discord if you want to get on and chat with us live. It's always a good time. We also take topic suggestions and things
Mhm.
at that time. We tend to plan our Saturdays on our Fridays. So
She's delaying.
it's because I'm not ready to use words
Yeah, no, I got
in
you.
a
Just say bye.
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 We love you. Bye.